Hello everyone, Mike1217 here, welcome you back to Let's Play Donkey Kong Country Returns, and we have two places that are actually open to us. We have a new level here, and we have down here, Cranky's Kong Shop. So, like the SNES games, you will be visiting at least one Kong friend, Cranky Kong. Actually, I'll just say it right now, Cranky is actually the only Kong friend returning. And that's another thing people complained about, is that you didn't see Funky or Wrinkly or any of that. And but you know, whatever, that's fine with me. Their purposes are kind of nullified in other uses in this game, but I'll get into that later. Anyway, what Cranky has is kind of a shop. You can buy lives, and your currency are the banana coins, so I have 21 of those. You can buy squawks. Actually, he'll point out puzzle pieces. I'm probably not going to use that. You can buy an extra heart, which I probably won't use. You can buy banana juice, which is temporary invincibility, which I probably won't use. And the most important thing you can buy, that which I'm just barely that I barely have enough coins to buy, is this key. This is something that is definitely required to buy in each world, is the map key. And we might see what that does in a bit. And by the way, yeah, Cranky has some really good lines that he spits out here. I think Retro did a great job at retaining Cranky's smart-ass character. Because everyone loved that about Cranky in the original games, and they did a good job of retaining that character here. Anyway, you saw there that key opened up a lock, but it doesn't really mean anything now because we have to beat this level for us to actually make any use of that. So let's beat this level, Treetop Bop. And I was also glad that they did put effort into naming the levels too, and they didn't just call them 1, 3, 1, 2, you know, whatever. They didn't put a lot of effort into naming the worlds though. Like, they're just generic names like jungle and beach and forest. So that's mildly disappointing, but it's not like a really big deal. Anyway, in the last episode I was kind of on the subject about the change with the enemies, and you don't see the familiar Kremlings and Zingers and what have you that you saw in the Rareware Donkey Kong Country games. And a lot of people complained about it because it takes away from the nostalgia of the game, but I think I'm totally cool with it, just because I think Retro deserves some creative freedom to create their own characters, if you know what I mean. I mean, you can't really blame them for wanting to create their own enemy designs, so that's why I'm cool with it. You know, whatever, it's just an aesthetic thing anyway. So I think people need to calm their jets when they talk about the loss of the Kremlings. So, that's really all I have to say about that. And again, like I was talking about the last episode, they do, for the most part in the game, they do use music that's pretty much the exact same as the original Donkey Kong Country. You're gonna hear just about every track from the original Donkey Kong Country in this game. Sadly, you're not going to hear anything from 2 or 3. For the most part, this game is a tribute to the first game. It doesn't really pay much tribute to the second and third games, which is kind of disappointing to me. But hopefully they make a sequel. It's kind of bumming me out though right now, because Retro doesn't seem like they're really interested in making a sequel. I mean, they said it's not an impossibility, but it doesn't sound like it's going to happen anytime soon. And hopefully they're just pulling our legs and bluffing us, and maybe they'll just surprise us with the sequel. Who knows? I personally think there needs to be a sequel to this game, because I think 2 and 3, especially 2, you know, from the original SNES series, those games need to be represented as well. And you could possibly, you know, make it like Diddy and Dixie working together in some way. I don't know, I just think that would be cool. But that's neither here or there. I can talk about that another time. These frogs, they jump high and they jump low, so kind of watch out for that. Oh, you can just get with the roll jump. You could use the frogs, but I just like to roll to it. And pretty soon we're actually, hold on. We're getting close to another throwback. right here, actually. If we ground pound down here, we're going to find a crate with Rambi in it. So, yes, you do have Rambi in the game. However, he's the only animal buddy that comes back in this game. Again, something that hardcore Donkey Kong Country fans complained about is that you only have one animal buddy. Which, yeah, I can see where you're coming from there. But Rambi's still cool. He's the most popular of them, and whatever. I can live without the animal buddies, to be honest. It's not a big deal. But what Rambi can do, he can actually break through these spikes, which is cool. And right here you can see a block that you can slam down and go into a bonus area. So that is neat. And the bonuses, you're pretty much going to see the same, like eventually as you play through the game, you're going to start seeing the same variants over and over. So eventually you'll stop getting, like, unique, which is just whatever. I mean, I don't really have much of an opinion on the bonus areas because, again, they're not really required, and I just don't really care that much. I mean, I did like them better in DKC 2 and 3, where you had kind of a... Oh, wow, I messed it up. I can't believe I lost that. I was going decently fast, too. I wasn't, like, blazing it. I wasn't, like, going like a slug, either. Whatever. But anyway, I think my most preferred style bonuses are what Donkey Kong Country 2 and 3 did, which is just like a number of different variants, and then it does matter towards something. You get that coin at the end, and that was my favorite variant. I definitely didn't like what Donkey Kong Country 1 did. I think that was probably the worst type of like bonus system because it didn't. Well, I mean they did count towards 100%, but you didn't have to win them, and I don't know, I just thought the games in general in Donkey Kong Country 1, that's a hard lottery to get, that end, by the way. That can be tricky. Yeah, the bonus games in Donkey Kong Country 1 were just pathetic. But anyway, you see this Flaming Tiki here. These are almost a replacement for Zingers, I think. Are the Flaming Tikis? At least that's just how I view it. Actually, no. There's a different enemy that I kind of view as a replacement for Zingers. We'll point those out later. We're not going to see those for a while. But the Flaming Tikis, if you hit it with Rambi, just an FYI, you'll get hurt. So Rambi cannot deal with those. This one's pretty easy. Just gonna shoot. Just don't shoot down and you'll be fine, generally. Or, shoot to a barrel. Or shoot straight up. So this is pretty easy, yes. I should be able to get this one, unless I mess this up. There we go, cool. And yes, it did bring back the victory music from the first game as well. And if you fail, you get the failure music. You probably already heard that by now, because I know I failed at least one of those. Usually at the end of levels, you will find puzzle pieces, and at the beginning. Like, if you're trying to go for everything, like the puzzle pieces and junk like that, like, always check at the end of the level and at the very beginning of the level, and you're usually going to find something. Now, what I'm going to try to get here... I'm not very good at timing that, but if you get the DK symbol... Well, I'll explain it when we get it. I missed the G! Wow, I wasn't even paying attention. I missed the G. Already? It's the third level and I already missed something? Well, shoot. I guess I'll go back and get it right now. I'm just gonna cut to it. I don't think I have to get K... yeah, that's a good question. If I have to get K, O, and N again. I think I just have to get the G. This has to register with the end. I don't know. I think you have to get them all at once. I'm still gonna cut this out, but we'll see. Yeah. We'll see. Oh shit! Man, there's the first death of the project. I might as well show that on screen. Those are tricky jumps to make, actually, with Rambi, because he's heavier. I might skip Rambi, actually, on the way back out here. Okay, so I just got the N. So now we just have to look for the G beyond this point. I don't know if I was just not paying attention or what. Let me check these bananas. They usually don't hide, like, I don't think I've ever really seen them hide the Kong letters, like, in, like, dandelions and junk like that. They're always out in the open, I'm pretty sure. I hope you don't need Rambi for the G. Oh, it's right up there. I guess I just wasn't paying attention. That's in plain sight. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you do have to get KO and G all in one go, even if you collect them in like one go around. In other words, it's not like the star coins in the new Super Mario Brothers games, where you can get like the first two and miss the third one, and then just come back and get the third one without getting the first two. If that makes sense. So you do have to get them all in one go, even if you collect like the first three and miss the last one, like I just did. You can't just come back and collect the G and call it a day. You have to get KON as well. So, and also this game, it forces you to finish the level too when you get the Kong letters. It's not, this game doesn't have the convenient system of the SNES games where you could just press start and exit the level when you get all the bonuses. You do have to finish the level when you get all the Kong letters. Anyway, so if you remember, that key that we got from Cranky opened up a path down south of here, and it essentially opened up this level, Sunset Shore, which I guess I'll do because it's 1/4. Yeah, we have 2 levels available to us right now. You can do Canopy Canyons, or you can do Sunset Shore, which I think is pretty cool. That the game will give you split paths at certain points. And if you're not going for 100%, you could skip levels if you want. And I think that's a pretty cool option. Speaking of pretty cool, this is pretty fucking cool. Excuse the language, but this is pretty damn cool. Yeah. This is our first silhouette level. Something that was marketed pretty well with this game, and it's something that Retro definitely wanted to get a lot of attention, and I don't blame them. Really good art design here. Everything's a silhouette, and they put some nice relaxing, like, jazzy music around it too, which is pretty neat. So yeah, these levels are generally, you know, a little bit easier actually than normal levels, but there is a little bit of a difficulty with the whole silhouette thing, that you can't really tell what things are, so you have to be extra observant in these levels. I'm gonna try to be a little bit quieter for this. Right here, you see these bushes? Yeah, some of them are going to be enemies, so watch out for that. That's a big trick that they like to pull here. And a lot of times in this game, you'll notice some spinning bananas just all over the place. Whenever you see like a circle of bananas, then it's pretty likely that if you collect all of them, you'll get something. Sometimes it'll be a puzzle piece. Now these platforms here, you can ground pound to make them accessible. You need to do that to get the O. I think I already got the K. Yeah, okay, good. I'm already like forgetting like whether or not I'm picking up the letters. Maybe this would be a bigger problem than I thought. Oh, okay, right here, you can see in the background. Actually, I kind of wanted to show that a little bit more. Here, let's show that. So you can see in the background. Kind of see that it's better to point out before you finish the picture, but it's kind of cool how you have like these structures and different layers of the background, and then when you get them all lined up, then it forms a banana, and then what you want to do is just kind of stand there for a little bit, let the sound effect play, and then a puzzle piece should come out, or just a bunch of collectibles. That's fine too. We'll take those. It would be good to stock up on banana coins early, so we can buy stuff from Cranky. I don't know whether or not I'm going to really need to buy lives all the time from Cranky or not. I probably will. So, just an FYI. I mean, getting a game over isn't really that big of a deal in this game. You just lose your checkpoints in a level. This game has auto-save, by the way. So that's part of why, like, the other Kong buddies are not really necessary. Like, Brinkley, you know, her purpose was saving the game. That was Candy in the first game. Then Funky's purpose was moving from world to world. Well, this game has a very easy way of doing that, too. I mean, I guess they could have brought back Funky for that, but whatever. Again, it's not that big of a deal. It's an aesthetic thing that nostalgic people really into. I would have appreciated it if we saw, you know, a couple other Kong buddies as well as Animal buddies, but I'm not going to cry about it like some people do. I'm not going to be, like, pointing fingers. Whatever. Anyway, can you pause and check? Pause. Okay. You can pause to check whether you have KONG. I'm not paying attention very well to that. And it's a good thing that I just looked, because there's the end right there. Yeah, I just took a little shortcut below the end. So I might have... like, I could have passed that if I wasn't careful. So it's a good thing I went back to check. There's a lot of hidden things. Again, just check it pretty much every wall, really. There's a lot of secrets in this game. Retro did a great job with hiding the secrets. Let's kill that guy. Here, we're gonna need to do some more ground pounding to get rid of these enemies so they're not bugging us. Climb up this and get a puzzle piece. I want to get that. I'm not gonna skip out on that one. How are we doing? 4? I might be able to get all of them actually in this level. Finally get all the puzzle pieces in the level. I think that's what actually unlocks things, is if you get all the puzzle pieces in a certain level, that's when you unlock something in, like, the galleries. There's the G down there. Okay, so we got that done. Nothing over here. There's like a little space down, like, below this deck. I have a feeling there might be something down there. But there will be times when my curiosity will get to me, and I'll try to check out things that I just never checked out my first time through. I guess I should mention that I've never actually completed my file 100%. I'm very close to completing it 100%. There's one level that I can't beat. But, essentially, if I beat this one level, I will essentially have 100%. Like, there's 2 levels left I have to play in my game. There's like a bonus level that's really cool that we'll see at the very end, and there's another level. I don't know. Well, whatever. I'll explain it later. Basically, I have 2 levels to beat, and I can't beat the certain one, so whatever. Anyway, I believe right here, if you go on top of this thing, you will go to the back here, and jump up here and get the last puzzle piece. So cool, I completed Kong and a puzzle piece. Or the puzzle pieces, I guess. Okay, so, and you want to make sure you do that right away, because, like, before you slam down on this thing, because this will, I think, make this inaccessible. I actually want to see if this is still accessible. I don't think that is accessible now. So yeah, if you do want all the puzzle pieces, you want to make sure you jump on top of this thing before you slam the pillar down, because if you go down here, you will find the end of the level. And once again, I messed up getting the thing. I didn't really try to either. Okay, so I think that is a good spot to call an episode. It looks like we're going to be doing 2 levels per episode here. And you can see image gallery updated because we got all the puzzle pieces, so that's pretty cool. I'll explain one more thing before I end off, just because we got all the puzzle pieces and the Kong letters. When you're onto a level, you'll see, underneath the level name, you'll see like these 3 dots. You see the red star, which is Kong letters. You see the green puzzle piece icon, which is puzzle pieces. There's a 3rd icon, which is basically time attack. If you go back into the level, you'll have an option to do time attack, and just basically, you know, you get a certain time, and the better, like, metal you'll get. You're like gold, silver, bronze medals, you know, stuff like that. Another thing I'm not gonna mess with. But anyway, this has been Mike1217, and this has been Let's Play Donkey Kong Country Returns. And next time, we will do, actually, let's see, we have 1.5 and we have 1.6. I'm just going to go in order like this. So we will do Canopy Cannons next time on Let's Play Donkey Kong Country Returns. Peace out.